So we're gonna do chicken curry tonight. So I got some chicken thighs we're gonna use, some boneless, skinless. First I'm gonna slice up an onion. I'm gonna chop up a quarter of green cabbage. We're gonna slice up 2 stems of celery. We're gonna slice up as well 2 carrots. Give them a quick chop. Now I'm gonna peel some ginger here. Don't forget that great trick. You just use a spoon, scrape it around, turn it and scrape it, and get that ginger nice and clean. I'm gonna slice it up and then slice it again to julienne and just chop it all up. We're gonna put this on the chicken with some garlic and a little bit of sesame oil. And then we're gonna fry it almost like crispy fried chicken, and then just a bit of salt and pepper on the chicken with the garlic and the ginger. Some potatoes we're gonna put into our curry. Just slice these a little bit bigger than I would the carrots. So it's 1 whole potato I'm cut up here. I had some mushrooms in the fridge. Don't usually put mushrooms in curry, but they're going in today. I have 4 cardamom seeds. Those goes into the chicken mix. I have 2 tablespoons of garlic, 4 tablespoons of ginger. We're going to put in 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, some cracked black pepper, and some salt. We're going to mix all that up, get the pan nice and hot, preheat it so the water beads. The water's beating, chicken thighs go in. So these are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Put them right in the pan. I'm going to sear it all up. Now I'm going to brown it on one side for a good 8 to 10 minutes. Leave the lid ajar so it crisps up nicely. After it's about 10 minutes, I'm going to flip them over, nicely browned. We're just over a medium heat, and flip all the chicken. And then when we flip the chicken is we're going to add in some of the onions and some of the other ingredients here and start to cook down for the stew. Before the onions go in, I'm going to put the curry powder, 4 tablespoons of curry powder. I'm going to put in half a tablespoon of dry basil. Then the onions and the celery I put down first, so those will start to mix in with the chicken and the fat coming out of the chicken thighs. Then the potatoes. Cabbage goes on top. We put the lid on, still on just over that medium heat. Wait for some moisture to come out of the vent. So I haven't added any liquid because the vegetables are going to start to sweat. And as the vegetables start to sweat, they're going to start to mix really nicely with the curry powder. So now what I'm doing is mix it all up. Now I can really start to smell the curry aroma. The cardamom seeds are nicely hitting some of the steel. I can smell those. It just smells absolutely yumminess. So the curry powder's on the chicken, but it's going to cook out of the chicken where some of the moisture comes out. I'm going to add in half a tin of coconut water. This is one of the pulp in it. Then about a cup and a half. Well, I'm going to put it, basically just cover it with chicken broth. I'm still on that medium-high heat. It's starting to bubble a bit rapidly. I'm going to cook this real fast. So I'm going to put the mushrooms in now at this point. I'm going to let it cook for about 10 minutes on the medium-high heat with the lid ajar. I'm going to leave the lid ajar because I'm on the higher heat. It'll start to spit. After 10 minutes, I'm going to put a bit of corn flour in here just to thicken it up. Cook this on a much higher heat. In 12 minutes, 15 minutes, we had this pretty much done here. So this is like a 30-minute dinner from beginning to end. And it's a nice chicken curry, and because we cooked it at the higher heat, the chicken and the potatoes are all cooked and everything's very, very tender. And that's dinner for 2 cooking with Chef Warren.